Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody. Super glad to be back. Holy cow. It has been 3 weeks since I've been on here and got to see everybody. So thank you, Donald, and thank you for your patience. I keep postponing you, but super glad to start this mini series with you.
Yeah, it's great. I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah, awesome. So let's get started. You were just showing me a little bit about the GEO and farming and how all the different tools that you utilize to be successful.
Yes. Yeah. So geofarming, if you think about it, the old school days, you're canvassing an area, you're knocking on doors, you're trying to be known in that area. But the kids don't even go outside and play street hockey anymore. So it's like, what are you doing outside? It's hard, one of those things. So instead, everyone is you and the phone. You and that's a screen. So you in this day and age, you're trying to claim that digital footprint within a neighborhood or an area to help geofarm. So when people search you, then they're found. So inside the geofarming idea or creating a digital footprint for yourself so that you're found, a lot of that has to do with SEO, which we talked about, and we'll go over that again. But a lot of that also is just little things. So the number one search that is always searched, and I've in the 3 years I've been tracking this, I have not seen it out searched yet by a landslide. Is actually, before I even tell you, think about you want to get some food. You're in Wilmington, which is where everyone's got to send referrals to. Jennifer Bullock for sure, and you're getting something to eat. So you know the area. We were just talking about all the cute little shops in River Lights.
Yes.
So imagine you are sitting in River Lights and you are new to the area because you just went out shopping with Jennifer about looking at a bunch of houses, and now you're off doing the next thing you're doing. Maybe you went back to write an offer, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to get to the cafe. What are they going to search? What is your client going to search? They're going to search cafe in River Lights. No, they're going to search cafe near me.
That's right.
So realtor near me is the number one thing that people are still searching. In order to trigger that, you need to think about things differently. Because if I go on Gemini or Google, they should be interchangeably now in your conversation. Is when you search Google or you search Gemini, they should actually be that it's like the same. They're syncopatic with each other. So when you're on Gemini or you're on Google, whatever you want to call it, and you're searching something, if I said cafe in Wilmington, now all of a sudden you're going to have a map, but it's at the bottom of the page, but you're going to have all kinds of information. Or if you just put cappuccino, you're going to be like, okay, well, here's how you make a cappuccino. Here's all the different things that you need to do to make this. You're going to get the ingredients, you're going to get recipes, you're going to get information, is what you've asked it. The second you put location based searching near me, it needs to trigger the person's phone, figure out where they are, and search in a radius based off of location. And that is geolocating places. Now, a lot of these restaurants and all these things they will do their menu, they will do posts, they'll do their actual mailing address. But the thing is, we're in real estate. We can't say that our mailing address is this one on Riverside, this one on Riverside, because we'll be changing it every 2 weeks. It'd be crazy. Instead, what you need to start doing is taking photos of those places. Take a photo and put your geolocation on with your searches. So when your geolocation is on in your photo, if I go and I'll even pull up a photo of a house I've just done, I've got one that came from a Google ad call. And let's go back to one that actually is fun to look at, not that one, because some of these photos are just okay, here we go. Get the front of the house because the back of the house isn't that pretty. Okay, so if I go here, there's this house here. I got this beautiful one coming up. I can talk about it, I guess. It comes up in 2 days. My area, you're not allowed to talk about off market, but this comes up in 2 days. So, oops. Trying to just show you. So if you to know your geolocation's up, slide the photo up and see how it's right there. You can see right in the map where that location is.
Well, now I have to see how to do that. How do you turn it on?
In your privacy, I think it's in privacy and settings. And you go to geolocation and then you allow the camera access to geolocation when you turn it on.
Okay.
So if you're an Android user, you're going to have to use the wonderful world of YouTube on how to figure that out. But for Apple, just grab the photo of the house, slide up, and there you go. You can see the address right there. And what's interesting is, if I can get to the actual coordinates for you guys, if I open up, that's exactly where that photo was taken. You can see it right in that location. So when I post this to Google My Business, which is a very, very popular and necessary social media for us real estate agents, when I put this on Google My Business, and not as a photo, but as a post, but if I post this to Google My Business, guess what? Every single house in that little area, when they search realtor near me or real estate agent near me, what are they going to find? They're going to find me, because I just sold a house in that area.
So then let me ask you this, on what you're posting is just the picture, correct? But then because you've linked it on there, then it's linked to.
Yeah. So I would post a picture with a little caption. So I would do, we'll do one right now. I'll show you my team.
Yeah, do it. And then maybe show me how to turn it on, because I don't think mine's turned on.
Yeah. So my team, we actually are in the middle of screen share. Oh, it's do entire screen. Doesn't hide. We're in the middle of actually hiring another virtual assistant. We only have 8 so far. So Porter, let's go this way. Porter Associates is my real estate side of the business. So you can see, because I'm already logged in up here, it's going to give me the access to the whole thing. A lot of people make a mistake by going photos over here. You don't. You go to posts.
Right.
You post. You got to add a new post. And then we drop the image. I have to drop it into my screen first. Hold on. Share, airdrop. I don't know if it's gonna work on the. Is it gonna work on that? I might have to change it from my HEIC first. No, I think it can only be PNG, so I'll do that. I'll just change it up on the spot. File. You're gonna go to export. So this is called alt tagging. What we're gonna do right now, Brantford Bungalow. One, no periods. That's one mistake I always do, because I'm so used to being correct. Real estate name. So what we're doing right now is called alt tagging. We're naming the photo. So when you were to download that photo, it would have a name, which is also searchable. So Brantford real estate agent, real estate near me. What are some other common ones? People, brick, realtor. There we go. So save. Oh, did I do it right? Let's just hold on. I have all these windows open. Close that down. It is right here. I'll move you over here. So we're gonna drop that in here. And then we're gonna go attention, first time buyers or investors. Great. Oh my goodness. Great opportunity here with this brick. It's actually a bungalow loft in Brantford. So I'm actually going to schedule this post only because I don't have it under. I won't have it live until the 25th or 26th. So I'm just scheduling it so I don't get in trouble with our laws. That's the only reason why I'm scheduling it. That's it. So it's already alt tagged. We know that the photo's already got the location because it's all on the back of that thing. And you post.
I love it. So interesting. I knew about saving the name and how those keywords, I did not know about not using the periods and that. And I also thought I had my geolocation on, but I don't.
Well, there you go. So actually,
that was good.
So if you want to pay for it, because there's a lot of people who have asked, well, what happens if I'm not putting my location on because it's something that's sensitive to me? I don't want every photo to have a location. And there are some people who are worried about safety concerns, but we can get past that. because I have it saved right here. I don't care for it, but you have to pay for it. You can actually drop it in here. I can drop that same thing right here. It's going to load up. You'd have to pay for it. I don't have to buy it, but you can see actually there. See how it already knew where it was geotagged to?
Yeah.
So,
Great.
but if yours didn't have that, you would just have to put in the geotag location. In order
How
to do that,
how do you turn it on your phone?
I think it's under privacy and settings. I'll double check.
I'm gonna look really quickly.
Actually, you know what the fastest way to do this?
Ask AI.
Yeah. How to, hold on. Show me step-by-step guide on how to turn on geolocation for my iPhone with the photos. Please create it in a beautiful PNG. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's like, no, I'm not doing that. But let's create the image for you. There we go. It's going to give you all the step-by-step right there.
Wonderful.
But you can get this app too. Download it. There you go. So you can existing geotag. You can put the new geotag in, your keywords. You can put an alt text right here, description, alt text. You can even go over here if you don't know. So let's just go like this. Brunswick, Brantford, Ontario. Geolocation. You should be able to. There you go. So you just drop this, copy this part over. That's the old way of doing it. So you can see existing geotag, and then it'll show you the new geotag by dropping it that way. Or you can just ask for it to be in decimal format, way easier. So let's see what Gemma is giving you the layout. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Combine it all into one infograph. There you go. It's giving you all the details this way, but I'm going to get it into one infographic for you in a second.
I think that's an easy way to start popping up more on Google too, right? Just by turning, like, doing those posts like you were just talking about by using your phone to take the images.
Yeah, because the second you have someone who is searching in an area, imagine, especially when I spent some time with Joey in Texas and Amber and Brett and a bunch of other amazing, Amy and Therese. They're all part of our coaching platform, and I spent some time with them in their areas. And here we go.
Awesome.
Can I drop this right in here?
Thank you.
Did it go? No. So copy image. I'll toss it right in the chat.
I appreciate that.
Paste. No, it won't let me, I think, because I'm screen sharing. But
maybe because we're on it too.
Image file. Try this. Okay, I got to download it first. So while I was in there, because you in the States, you guys are a lot more different, where you have different little ecosystems and HOAs and all that kind of stuff. So imagine you're in one gated community or something like that, and you have I can't do two things at once. 1 second. Geolocation image. Save. So it's coming in right now, and once that comes in, I'll have it uploaded for you.
Thank you.
But when you're in images, geolocation, open. There you go. Did it get sent over to you?
It got, look right here.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice.
Yeah. So when I was down there, it blew my mind how much you have these little communities, and that's your neighborhood. For us, our neighborhoods are small. But even in like Sugarland, when I was with Nimesh, it was like, this is a neighborhood. This is like a city.
Yeah. So to be clear, I agree with you. Texas does everything big, right? So when I went to Texas, I did the same thing. I'm like, how many people in this neighborhood? And it was like 100,000. My whole town has 210,000. So I'm with you. We have smaller neighborhoods than they do in Texas.
Yeah. So in even in your area, your 210,000 area. So even if you have, like, let's say 4 quadrants of it, and you start focusing on on a neighborhood and you sell primarily in that quadrant even, and then people say search realtor near me, but you have been posting like crazy on all these houses that you've sold, and maybe in the last 2 years it's been 30 houses. Well, that could be 60 posts. You have that just listed one we took in front of the property. Now if you cross the street, now you're in front of a different property, but you can still have that phone aimed this way, just sold.
Ah,
Now you have two coordinates. You have this house, but it doesn't take into account for what way the camera's facing.
that's smart.
So it's
Wow.
like 60 different posts about you selling houses in that quadrant or in that neighborhood or whatever it is. So when people search realtor near me, again, SEO and being found that it's not overnight. But same with geofarming as an old school tactic. It's like an 18-month, 2-year plan before you can even break in, especially if you're fighting against anyone who's already in that space. So doing it this way, every time you sell a house in that area, and if you're trying to break into that area, you're like, you know what, I don't sell in this neighborhood and I would love to be in River Lights. Start doing open houses.
Yeah. And then posting those.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Or I guess you could even do like community events, like events that were happening there and take pictures of it and post it. Something like that. Could you do, or maybe that's not real estate enough?
You know what? If you're adding value but the trick will be to, like, Gemini reads everything. So if you're doing a picture of a restaurant and you're trying to claim it as real estate, then it might trigger you in commercial.
Oh, I got it. I was thinking more of like a community events, like a yard sale or something. I don't know what I was thinking.
You could, yeah. The biggest thing is add value. So there's a huge war on AI within social medias right now where they're looking for the source. They're always looking to tap into the source. So even everything that I do on social media, I wonder if I can go back to share my screen. So stop screen share. How do I share screen again? There we go. I see the instructions are there.
Here, let's see. Where do we?
There we go. I should be able back into the screen share spot.
Okay, here we go.
So if I go into, let's take rid of Gemini for a second, and let's go into chat. So this is what we were just doing a second ago, is this SEO. So I built this whole AI bot to help you rank higher on Gemini. And so if you are going into, we're doing River Lights, we're going into these areas and we're focusing on adding value, then that matters. But what I was going to is all the algorithms are right now looking for the source. That AI just copies and regurgitates what's already known information. It has no brain to think outside itself. That's why they've introduced Reddit, so they can take Reddit information as well as factual information and try and blend them to create new, but it's not new. It's just, again, repurposed information, blending two ideas together. So what we're going to do is we do the same thing when I created this whole aspect. Yes, it can access the community. Yes, it can access everything that you're doing online already and finding, but we're going to put a human element into it. We're going to educate this GPT with what only we can control, because we're all experts in our area. So our focus here will be to become that expert in this area and create content, create value. So anyone who's looking at moving to River Lights or a different neighborhood, they might be searching, hey, you know what? I'm from out of town. I'm looking at doing this. And then you can write articles that way. And what's even better is if you're writing articles about this, but I know the referral network that you have, Jennifer, is insane.
It is insane. I'm saying yours too, but I'm very fortunate.
So, but could you imagine every time someone sends you a referral, and not only do you do the excellent customer service that you already are known for doing, but you go one level higher. This might be my challenge to you in front of everyone watching. So I apologize for putting you on the spot.
That's
all right. But imagine every single one that you sell, you came into here and you wrote an article about the neighborhood that they bought into. And you thanked the referral partner.
Nice.
And then you backlink to their website, because the way that the algorithms on all this stuff works, that backlinking adds so much more value, because then that shows that you're the source. You're the source, and this is a recommendation. So now Google will start realizing this girl's important, and whoever they are shouting out and mentioning there's some value there too. So not only are you helping your local website get more of a geolocation, you are now backlinking and adding value to that referral partner. So that way, when they search realtor near me, or if they're in that location and they search realtor in River Lights, there's a small chance, but you can still become found, and being found is half the issue.
Oh, amen.
So
when you say backlinking, you just mean putting a link, like you're writing the article, maybe a blog, and then you put a link to like your website, like thank you, Donald Porter, and you have your website link on there.
Yeah, that's it. Backlinking. So, well, actually, I'll stop sharing for a second so it's not distracting to anybody. But so backlinking is super important. So let's just imagine we're on the playground. I've got a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. They're losing their mind, right? I think they're in the backyard, losing their mind somewhere. And so I want to pick on Theodore for a second because he's usually the one that's got all the attention. So on the playground, Theodore is standing there, and his best friend is Spencer. And Spencer's like, "Hey, Theo." Teacher walks by and is like, "Hey, yeah, those two are connected. It makes sense." But the next thing you know, Jack on the playground goes, "Hey, Theo." And then Connor, "Hey, Theo." And the next thing, the teacher's like, "Hold up, this Theo guy seems to be important. Let's just take a look at him for a quick second. Is he doing something wrong? or is he doing something right?" And then the next thing he knows, oh, it's his birthday. So now all of a sudden the whole mood changes, and the teacher is now giving a lot of attention to Theodore. But then looking in his direction, she's also seeing these other kids that are coming down to say happy birthday to Theodore. That is backlinking. It is Theodore is the source of the importance, and then saying Spencer, Jack, Connor. And so then what happens is Theodore becomes more popular in the teacher's eyes, but these people also still have relevance. And the interesting thing is the people who refer you business, you can only service North Carolina.
Yeah.
If they're going to be going to Missouri, you've got a completely different person over there. That I'm just going to pick on Don Patton right now because he just put a thing there from Utah. So if Don sends you a referral link and you guys have that backlinking together, so now you both have importance, and then Don sends one to, I don't know, say Washington, and then someone does it in Washington, and then there's another backlink there. Not only are you able to start building up your little geofarm and post and pillar of importance on Gemini's eyes, but then you're helping Don, and then Don can do it for the person in in Washington. And next thing you know, you're both helping each other's appearance on Gemini increase, which the more you have importance on Gemini, the more the Gemini sees you as the source of information, the source to first filter through before going elsewhere. That's when you are the one referenced. And it's doing things like that help build the farm up. But then you're also able to, every time somebody sends you a referral, like you already have this GPT that I created. So you can do this in 5 minutes for anyone that sends you referrals, and it's going to help them out too, not just beyond the sale and the referral amount. You're going to help them increase their farm too. So it's just this amazing way of backlinking that we can help grow each other's business organically.
Yeah, I love it.
So,
and it's nothing too hard. I mean, everything you said today are things that are super easy to do, even if you're not very tech savvy. Anybody could do, and it doesn't take very long.
No, and that's again that I can go on rabbit holes with AI that would put your mind in spirals. And you'd be like, what? But my whole aspect of AI is how do I bring it to everyone to understand, to use? Nothing would excite me more than hearing a story of like, oh my goodness, and like Joey did this. Joey Stanbury was like, okay, I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to do this birthday thing that you guys always talk about, and I'm going to try it out. I think it was like the 3rd or 4th week of him actually doing it, and his virtual assistant's the one doing it. He's not the one doing it. And I know in a couple of weeks we'll have Julia on here talking about virtual assistants, but his virtual assistant did it, and he's like, he sends a screenshot. He's like, dude, no way. I woke up and my VA sent a happy birthday message, and this girl wants me to come over to her house now and do a home evaluation. It's like, wow. I can't believe that. Yes, these are systems, these are operations, these are ways that you can do things consistently that bring it back. And AI or the automation that he's built in with the birthday, that is all things that can make this happen.
And everybody that's listening, Donald is a coach, and looking to grow his coaching.
Yeah, community. We have a community. So we have I'm still an active real estate agent. I still sell. I have a house coming up this week. I have. I am still old school in some ways. I still have a list of all my pipeline right there, just because I can get so busy and I have them in different spots. But nothing to me beats putting this paper right on the desk in front of me with all 17 active clients that I have right now that I'm ready to. Come on, please start pulling.
An offer on, right?
Yeah, well, we did one last night, so we're in negotiations. I'm pretty sure by 7 o'clock today we'll have that one under contract.
Nice.
Actually, there's speak of the one right there. But that's where we're at with all these things. She's probably asking where to put the earnest money, and I'll tell her that in a second. But
so you're still an active agent.
Still an active agent. I still hitting chairman by myself pretty much. I've got one buyer's agent to help me out with things, and she's phenomenal. But we have the group coaching. My wife is on a wait list right now for her one-on-one coaching, and she's all systems, operations. On my side of things, I'm marketing and innovation. Yes, there's a huge element of AI, but I don't want to make AI the focus because AI is just that middle piece. You have an objective and you have an end goal, and AI is just a middle piece. Right? If you're doing AI correctly, your clients shouldn't know. So chatbots, I'm not a fan of those. I'm not a fan of AI that's texting or calling or building that relationship with your client. I have no problem building a relationship with a client if it's through value add content. So like we were talking about over here, what we did before with Riverlights. Let's do another one. Since you already have Riverlights, let's start building things out. Share entire screen. Where am I at? There you go, share. So let's do one right now. So let's go. All right. So we do. You already know the trick. So we're gonna do it under. I don't know if I have. Do you have Jennifer Bullock persona? Because we built yours out before, I think.
We did. We did.
I don't have it. Let's use mine for a second.
Sure.
So, all right. So neighborhood, region, or condo building?
Let's do a neighborhood. Let's do landfall. One word.
Neighborhood. So we do neighborhood to go on that track. So land.
Yeah, LANDFALL in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay. What's it known for?
It is, the location is impeccable. It's within just a few miles of Wrightsville Beach. You've got everything from libraries to shopping centers to movie theaters to just about anything that you want, all within it's a big area, but it's all bikeable.
Right near what beach?
Wrightsville. So it's WRIGHTSVILLE. Wrightsville, North Carolina. Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina.
So locations on parallel, right near Wrightsville Beach. What else you said?
Within, I was like a big. You can bike to everything from a library to grocery store to shopping centers to movie theaters, coffee shops. Just everything's real central.
You said it's golf, right? Golf is big.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a gated community. Got a Jack Nicholson golf course. They're named for that.
Jack Nicholson?
Yeah.
So locations on parallel, right near whatever beach. You can bike to everything you need and all amenities. It's a gated community, very popular among golfers with Jack Nicholson's golf course. Anything else you want to put in there?
It's got pools, multiple pools, and tennis courts and restaurants within the neighborhood. Amenities. And it's a big neighborhood, about 2,500 homes total. I don't know how detailed you want to get.
That's good enough. Okay. Who's the ideal buyer?
gosh, just about anybody. You've got a lot of growing families, and it's kind of higher end. So definitely luxury buyers. You got anything from retirees to growing families.
Perfect. Would you say the biggest differentiator makes a landfall stand out compared to So what's the biggest thing that makes
It's one of the we don't have very many gated communities, so it's one of our only gated communities, one of our few. And then the location is impeccable.
There we go. So that's going to give it again. Now, if you've noticed, we're the one feeding it all the information. We could have asked it to go onto the internet and grab all the information on landfall, put in shops, put in names, all these things. But we didn't do that. We actually just tapped into your brilliance as a real estate agent and put it in here. So now we have everything in here. So again, you could have everything go into bullet point first. So that way, I spell it wrong, but it figured it all out. Knew exactly what I was looking for. Yes, write it, please. So again, you could actually go through and you can add I've totally forgot that there's this Gordon Ramsay kitchen in here or whatever. You can add that in there. You can keep adding things in with this GPT. But now the idea is perfect. We're going to have this whole thing right here. All about landfall. So now we've done river lights it took us 5-10 minutes. Now we've done landfall. It's taken us again 5-10 minutes. You have just created a bunch of content, a lot of value that you can now give to your website designer, whoever it is, whether it's articles, blogs. You can take this and you can crunch it out into 3 or 4 different bits of information for LinkedIn. You can turn this into multiple social media posts. You can do just about anything with this information, right? And you can even go like this. Okay, see, would I create social media content captions? So let's go like this. Again, this is where I like to cross platforms. We built everything with ChatGPT because of the way it's built and its limitations. But we're going to go over here now, and we're going to go
It's Gemini.
Yeah. A lot of people like Claude. Claude is phenomenal at building.
I've heard Claude is great. I haven't played around. Well, I played around Claude a little bit, but then
Perplexity computer, honestly, if I go to Perplexity, I don't have the paid version of the computer, but this is nothing can compete with this at the moment. Not even close.
Wow.
If you start playing with Perplexity computer and you go down that rabbit hole watching their YouTube videos, it'll scare you as to how good that is.
Wow.
But here is some information on landfall in North Carolina. Create a good infograph as to why people should live here. Use the branding from, what's your website?
homesforsellwilmington.com.
For or FOR?
FOR. .com, yeah. Well, you don't have to. There, that's me.
Now it'll create the image. Again, everything that we do and everything that we're focused on is to create value. It's like a little mousetrap. You put the cheese on the mousetrap so you can bring the mouse by and oh, I want to have this. Grab. That's exactly what you're doing. So here we go. Now we have.
Nice. Now let me ask you, you like Gemini more for their graphics than you do chat?
Yeah, Nano Banana is phenomenal. You won't get all these words looking this beautiful on chat. So look at that. It even has homesforsellwilmington.com in the corner for you.
Yeah.
So again, this is, there you go. Ready to find your home in landfill? Homes for sale. It has a call to action already built in there. Gemini is just absolutely brilliant. So one of the things that people always ask me is how do I know all these updates of what's going on? I have nothing to hide, so I'm not too worried. But if I go to Gmail, go down here to chats. Look at this. Every single day, I get a link. Everything that I want. And the way I built that is this lovely thing up here called Studio. So let's just go open. Come on, how do I open in Studio? Oh yeah, edit workspace. So I built this whole thing into Studio. So every single day at 10:15 a.m. That way I'm not getting it and starting my whole day on it. Monday through Friday, it goes into Ask Gemini. So don't start until start time, and then give me I want a quick recap. A quick recap where I can read everything. And so I'm interested in, so I don't want the whole world news. I want real estate news in Ontario, Canada, Hamilton, Ontario updates, major AI updates and trends, sports results relating to, and highlights for Toronto Blue Jays, Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Raptors, Team Canada, and so use this context to make below structures more relevant for me. Now, I also put football teams in there, but not in the off season because I don't really care about someone stubbing their toe or something. So I always just change it out for what we're doing. Then I have the instructions on all of this, and then this is exactly what I want. Today's news, brief headline, sentence summary. So if I go back here, there you go. There's my news. So Toronto Raptors. I have all the information here. And I can click on this if I really want. I can go up here to what else has happened in the news. So I can just scroll through. This is my own personal newspaper that I created for free with Gemini. Every single day I get and I can change that from 10:15 to earlier. But the reason why I have 10:15 in my area, most real estate news comes out at 10 o'clock. So if I have it at 10:15, I'm getting it right away just on the app. This is an app on your phone, the chat, and it pops up, and I can just scroll through real quick. Anything important there? No. Major AI trends. And if I click on it, I can click on this. I can read it if I want to. I can go copy. I'm not even going to bother reading that because it's way too long. So again, I've built, this is another reason why is my stuff not coming up? There you go. Bullet summary. Another GPT that I created because I can do these custom GPTs. And here we go. Just drop the link in there. And then from here, so there you go. Now it's read that entire article for me. I can ask it anything I want. Summarize in 500 characters. Use bullet points if it's easier. There you go. Now I can read the whole article that way. And if I have questions, I can ask that. What is a blueprints call for federal leadership instead of fragment state laws? Give me 500 characters more on the blueprint. And now I can read the whole article without reading anything at all. And then I can also go like this. Summarize. Like, oh, this is a good article. Summarize the entire article in Donald Porter's. I guess I have caps on persona.
Do you have to put that in capital?
No, I just happened to hit cap lock. So
okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, for LinkedIn.
How often do you post on LinkedIn?
Once a month, but I could do more. LinkedIn's not bad as long as you're adding value. The second you stop adding value, you get demoted in its rankings. The one thing about LinkedIn is a reputable site. So we talked about backlinking, we talked about all those things. So within that realm, you have what's called parasite SEO. Not like parasite, some kind of weird thing.
Yeah, negative, yes.
Yeah, negative thing. It's like paratrooper. Like a paratrooper getting dropped in. Parasite SEO is the same thing. So on LinkedIn, a trusted platform, because it is, again, if social media, it's called PAC, platform algorithmic content. On Facebook or on Instagram, you show up one way, but in LinkedIn, you're showing up in a boardroom setting. So that's the same idea with LinkedIn. Is that's the boardroom. So that's trusted. That's still a business platform. So it's a trusted platform still, so it can still get referenced. And because it's more trustworthy than TikTok or Instagram,
right.
it is still pulled by Gemini. And so when you write articles and you backlink that to your own personal website, that's parasite SEO. Another way to level up and be found when you're searching.
So when you say, just to make sure I understand, you're putting a link in, you're putting your content into LinkedIn and maybe backlinking it to your blog that tells more information about it or something.
Yeah. So I'll share my screen again, but I have one article that I can trace 4 home evaluations from.
Wow.
And it took me 10 minutes to, right, I should share the screen. Share screen. Everything for me is about how do I attract clients. Actually, I'll for anyone who's still in the chat here, I think everyone can see the chat. There's the is that, or maybe is it kind of from here? Oh, I see it. Go in the chat. Here we go. How do I get that thing to go?
What do you want me to do?
Oh, just trying to send in that link to the Facebook community. If everyone's in that or not.
I think everybody's in the Facebook. That's where all the responses are coming from.
Oh no, the one that we have a separate one for, but that's all right. We don't post it separately. But in here, if I go into my LinkedIn, scroll down here, go to show articles. This one article here about Costa Rica has brought in 4 home evaluations. I didn't get all 4. I'll be honest. I got 3, but I got 3 home evaluations from something that took me 10 minutes.
Wow, that's
amazing. Virtual assistants and everything. So this is it. Because what I found out, and this is a year ago, and I'm still getting home evaluations from it, so it could be 4 and counting, is that a year ago, I noticed that in the top 10 searches, it was moving to Costa Rica from Canada. It was so popular. So I wrote an article on it thinking this is stupid, but whatever, I'll trust the process. 4. This one article has got me more than anything else that I've written on.
Wow.
And every single time I ask them, once I've obviously built a relationship, I don't care to ask them right away. I want to talk with them and get the client, get the money. But then once I've got that relationship, like, so how did you find me? He's like, I don't know. I was searching online, and next thing you know, I saw an article you wrote. I think it was on your LinkedIn. I don't know. Maybe I was on your website. And I was like, what was it about? I don't know. We were looking at, as soon as I mentioned something, like, so the last one was, we were actually looking at, because it was their parents they're putting into a home. So it's adult children and they're baby boomers. And like, we were thinking about going and moving down to Costa Rica. And I was like, I bet you that's the one. Yeah. Read an article about moving to Costa Rica. He's like, I think so. Yeah. Was that you? I was like, oh, there we go. So again, it's being found.
Wow. Well, my head is spinning. I've got a lot of homework to do. I'm excited.
Yeah. Everybody who's in the chat, we got a lot of highs. Welcome.
See, anybody has any questions? Yeah.
Yeah. What questions you have? I'd love to answer. Again, everything that I do is all focused on the more value I can bring to you, the better. And like Jeffrey mentioned, we have a group community. We have a free one on Facebook. We have a paid one that I have a lot more information than this with training videos and all that kind of stuff. And my wife was this Eric? Oh, yes. Yes. If you've met my wife, you think I'm impressive? You're going to have her in 2 weeks. I think it is 2 or 3 weeks. She is coming to talk about VAs. I'm in her shadow for sure. I'm blind watching from my phone. From Detroit, Motor said, hey, Detroit's not far from me. What questions do we have in the chat? Anyone who's watching, ask any question. I'm an open book. I don't believe in gatekeeping. I just want to help agents level up.
I think everybody's thinking. And you might have questions come in a little bit later, Donald. I found a lot of people will watch it when they get home.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can shoot me a DM. Don, why do we need to use our Facebook business page rather than our personal page? I love that question. I hate Facebook business pages. There is a reason why, and let's just jump into it. What is my Facebook group? Can I jump into that chat that's there? Actually, maybe I can go into the Facebook group and I'll do it at the same time.
You'll have to do that.
So let's uncover that one huge, again, platform algorithmic content. So important. I'm going to go into the comments. Here we go. There we go. I think that'll go through. Did it go through? There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So Facebook, let's unpack that one because that's a solid question. Solid question. I'm watching myself in delayed time on the screen. I gotta stop doing that. So you have put it this way: if you're not paying for it, then you're the product. So if you're not paying for something, you're the product. So then your personal page, you're the product. Your business page, you are the business paying for the product. That is exactly how all social media works. So your business page, if you want to run ads, then you need to be posting at least 3 times a week so that it shows that you're an active business, adding value to Facebook's community. If you don't plan on running ads at all, then I would recommend you focus on your personal, unless you have a team. If you have a team, then yes, you want to make the team important, but also yourself as well. But the only reason I run my business is so I can run ads. There is no other reason behind that at all. On your personal, on your Instagram, there was a different algorithm before business pages were more important. Unless you're running ads, I can tell you from everything that I see, the return is so small. Because you're a business, your reach is it's stunted because Facebook wants you to pay into the algorithms to get more reach. You can do the exact same post, and we've done it. We've posted something on my personal, and we posted the exact same thing on the business page. We put 3 months apart so that way they wouldn't cross over. My personal one had a 3 to 5 times bigger reach than my business. The business will stop you at around 200 because it wants you to pay to play. Your personal, it's going to push that out there because your organic content, it's what's called SOG, strategic organic growth. It's your organic information that you're pitching out there, and you're getting it to add value to Facebook, which then increases dopamine for everybody else. And there's a huge thing right now with Llama, large language model, Meta AI, Mavericks edition, which is Meta's AI in the background. The more it can make you famous for a viral post, the more it takes away from social media influencers. Think about music in the 90s. Outside of Taylor Swift and maybe 2 other possibilities, can you think of anyone that has come out since 2010 in the music industry that is as big as they were in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s? There's no more mega bands anymore. Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, whatever your flavor happens to be. There is no mass, because what happened was, and I come from the music industry, that's my background is music. The first 2 albums, the label makes all the money. After that, the artist starts making the money.
Yeah.
So yes, they need their flagship like Taylor Swift so they can bring all these other people up. But other than that, there's not as many mega bands around there anymore because after the first 2 albums, they kind of cut their feet out and they go on to the next one because now they've already capitalized on their money and they go to the next one. Same thing's happening now on social media. We have all these AI influencers. Yes, you're always going to have Mr. Beast. You're going to have these other famous ones that are around there that everyone's chasing to become. But then what it'll do is it'll put your personal, not your business, but your personal on a push to make you get more addicted to the algorithms. Like, oh, this one viral. I got to keep posting, post. But what does it takes away from the influencers? It makes it look like it's not that hard to be an influencer, and every once in a while you'll have one hits. So that's kind of where it's going to diminish their power and take it back for the social media. There's my little rant on I love marketing. I could go all day on this stuff. So please ask more questions. I have more on my personal page than my business page. Fantastic. How can I catch up with content? Don't worry about it. You know what I absolutely hate, and my wife and I laugh at this all the time. We'll be on social media and whatever and doing our stuff. And again, I'm that nerd who loves ads and marketing so much that if I'm scrolling, I'm actually stopping at the sponsored ads because I want to see what's catching, what are the hooks, what's happening. That's where I live. So that way I can give it to you without you having to do that nerdy research. But as we're scrolling, one thing that we like, it like kills us to the soul is when you haven't been on social media in a while and you're someone posting there, hey everyone, I'm back. No one missed you. No one noticed. No one's out there. No, it's stupid. All you've just done is told everyone I'm not reliable. Yeah. So instead, just start adding content. Don't worry about catching up. Just brick by brick. there's these huge mega people like Gary Vaynerchuk and all those people who have a huge back end system. I have 8 virtual assistants, and I still have a hard time posting every single day. So piece by piece by piece, batch content, get it, start doing, and don't worry about having a unique thing every single time. If you think you just help the first time home buyer buy their first home, maybe it's that piece of crap that I have in Brantford coming up, but you've helped them buy that house. Do a post about their story.
Yeah.
And then a week later, do a post about what it was like helping someone and what their journey looked like. Then do another post about how you got this house for such a price lower than what was expected because of your negotiations. Do you see how you've got 3 posts all of a sudden from one story? If I were to say, if I were to, and what if I'm public speaking or in a big room, I would have everyone, if I had a long enough session, stand up, turn to the person beside you, and you look at each other. Now I want to say, I want you to change 25 things about you.
Oh gosh.
I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. What am I doing? No way. Okay, hold up. All right. Change one thing about yourself. Turn around, change one thing, then look at your partner in this exercise and see if they notice. And then do it again. And then do it again. And you see how within 3 minutes, we've just gotten you to change 3 things about yourself. Now 25 becomes something you can possibly get to. It's like one little thing. All right.
That's right.
One thing. Here we go. Eventually, right. Eventually, you're just doing these little changes. It's just little minor tweaks. But again, you can do it. When you start thinking small, you can start hitting big.
Yep, there you go. I like that. And I have dinner plans, Donald. So I need to scoop. This has been excellent. And he's going to be on again next week and the next week. So I've got him for 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Actually, you got me for 2 weeks. Then you have Julia. She's going to break up the post. So,
well, I'm excited about both of you guys and learning and just being a sponge. So I've gotten a lot of tidbits, and I think you gave enough doable things, actionable items that anybody could do in probably 5 or 10 minutes that will make tons of changes. So
and then they can all refer them to Wilmington, North Carolina.
And to you.
Yeah, I'm in Hamilton, Ontario, that little armpit between Niagara and Toronto.
Well,
it's actually not bad.
I still want to move there.
Exactly.
So awesome. So thank you, Donald. I appreciate you, and tune in next week because we'll have more.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Donald.
Thank you.